Hey Brandy, thanks for getting this in, and these look pretty good, but they're actually they're again we're back with the PDF problems. They're difficult to look at because the file size of this entire PDF that you sent is so low that it's only 1.7 megs for the whole thing, so the image quality is really low. Like, this is just completely pixelated. So when you say here that the focus went off a bit when you were converting to PDF, I think it's because your output is too low. So just check your, I don't know if you use Lightroom or Acrobat to generate the individual JPEG, PDF, output, whatevers, but make sure, a lot of times people default to a very small monitor size, so because the PDF is outputting for, a monitor size. So make sure that you choose the largest monitor size for your output. And that'll be in kind of like your default settings, so you're going to have to go into properties and just check all your default settings and change that. And it will not affect, like, it's not like the PDF will show up so big that it doesn't fit on your monitor. Like, it automatically adjusts to fit on your monitor, but what we're talking about is the difference between, like, 100 DPI and, like, 2 to 300 DPI, and we want it more in the 2 to 300 DPI. Like, this is probably a 70 DPI file. It's just really too pixelated to look at. I'm going to, because this is last week and I don't want to, you know what I mean? But it's really pixelated. So the focus isn't off, it's just that the quality of the file is so low that we can't see much detail. So good job pulling back from your backdrop, because I can barely see it in there, so that's great. And I actually really enjoy this negative space here. I think, though, if you're going to do this, this much negative space for dramatic effect, the lighting on your subject should be a little bit more dramatic as well. And then we really shouldn't be able to see the background at all. But you can take care of that easily in post-processing, of course. And then it's just something to work with. And you're always, and like you said, it's a great idea to invest in those paper backdrops, because they just solve so many problems. They're a lot lighter and more affordable than fabric. They're just wonderful. I don't even know why AI suggests people buy fabric backdrops. I just don't know. Maybe maybe there's like a particular kind of shooting out there that I'm unfamiliar with where they come in really handy, but I haven't encountered it. Anyways, here's your contact sheets. Okay, so here's your lighting setup. So you have two different lighting setups. In this one, it looks like you're trying to light the background just to see what happens, maybe? I don't know. And then sometimes you've got a diffuser on this, and sometimes you don't. Yeah, I mean, I think in this particular case, because she's so young, you could have done much more dramatic lighting without a negative effect on her features. I don't think it would have made her too, it wouldn't have been too rough a look for her, for the texture of her skin. The lighting on the first one, I think, is pretty successful, actually. I think this is what I'm talking about. It's a high ratio. This is probably about 5 to 1. So, and this kind of drama is looking really good with this big, beautiful, dark background. But this one, it's just really, it's hard. The light is hard. It feels really office-y. I don't know, can I say office-y? It just doesn't, it doesn't feel, it's not flattering. It's just it's a hard, flat light. And whereas here, it might be hard, but it becomes less flat because it's short lighting. The part of her that's not facing the camera is more illuminated than the part of her that is, so we have all these beautiful soft shadows going on in here. I think this is a lot more flattering. I'm trying to look between the two. I think that these two images are lit the same way, but it's more flattering here because there's no fill on her backside, or very little fill, whereas here, when she's facing the light directly, it's just this hard, flat light. It's not terribly flattering. See if I can tell the difference here. The white balance is nice. I can see you got a change in the white balance from here to here. Good call. Good call. Then here, like here you have, this is broad lighting, and that actually looks like it's probably pretty flattering. I can't tell because it's so pixelated. Yeah, so you have a very passive fill with just what looks like a warm reflector, which is a good choice. All right. Yeah, so pretty good. I would try, like I said, watch for this. Watch when your subject is facing the light perfectly and it's undiffused, because it is pretty unflattering. Whereas when they're not facing the light and you have a high ratio, a high lighting ratio, it can be very flattering for all these curves. It's actually really nice. Okay, thanks, Brandy.